All right, boys. Welcome back to the Gotta Be Good pod. It's a fucking doozy of a day.
It just came apart.
Yeah, I know. That thing's broken, dude. You kind of broke it.
I mean, it was already broken when I touched.
Yeah, I know, but that's your mic because you always fuck with those things, so it's your fault.
Okay.
But thank you for tuning in. We are barely here today with Barely Trev.
That's a bar. That was a good intro.
Thank you. I was thinking on that all
Instead
night.
of being good hosts, we went out and partied last night.
Yeah, so I'd say we are late to our pod today. It's 1 o'clock. We scheduled for 12. Showed up 12:30 like a man. Woke us up.
Appreciate you for coming. Thanks for bearing with us.
Yep.
Yeah, man. This is I'm excited to be here.
Have you ever done any podcasts or interviews or anything like that?
I've done a few
sure.
A few little things, but it's good to be in person. I feel like everything lately is just virtual, so it's dope that y'all have like an actual setup, bring people through. Like if anything, you just get to kick it and hang out with people, catch up.
We want to get like an official place to start doing the pods, like instead of just my apartment. But I feel like too, just having people come in the apartment, it's like homey, and most people feel pretty comfortable like right out of the gate. So
yeah, I think that's a big thing. Is like a lot of people when they think of podcasts, it seems a little much sometimes. So we try to bring that out, make it a little homey.
But before we get into like the music shit, we should just start off like where you came from, upbringing, and shit like that.
Yeah. From Andover, as you guys know.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I didn't really hang out too much with y'all in like high school, but I randomly would like run into you at like every party, and that's kind of like how we just became friends.
Yeah. I feel like too, when you were going to the U, I would see you around a little bit because I had friends that Tony actually lived in Como for a while.
That's right. Yeah. And Dylan would always tell me about you, and I think I ran into you at like shows and parties once in a while and stuff too.
I've been to 2 of your shows.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. It was at the U.
Like the whole music club.
Stage.
Is that like the?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Club.
That's right.
DJ Tip was DJ one time for you guys.
That's right.
It's pretty tight, actually.
Yeah.
Also, did you go to that party EDC Como? They had like their own filter and shit like that.
I did.
A bunch of Andover people,
yeah, I remember that. And it was like a bunch of like DJs on the floors.
Yeah, it was like 3 floors and there's a DJ on each floor. I think I remember seeing you there. That was a hell of a good time.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of good times, man. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so I'm from Andover, went to the U, obviously, and then graduated in 2020. The past 2 years, I've been living in South Carolina, and then just this past summer, moved back up here and just kind of been... I was in Europe for like 3 months over the summer, and
for sure.
Now I'm kind of just like saving up some money and figuring out what my next move is going to look like.
That's good, man. Did you always live in or did you grow up in Andover like your whole life then?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
So when did the music kind of come about for you? Have you like always been doing music?
Yeah, I mean, so actually like funny story with that, and it's involving your boy, but I used to like... I used to just be like freestyling in high school like all the time with the homies, like you do, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I pulled up to this party, and Dylan happened to be there because I think he was like dating like some girl from Andover at the time.
I think I know who you're talking about, but we won't name drop. But I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And so he was there, and somebody like knew that he did music, and they came up to me and were like, yo, like you got to go meet this dude Dylan, he's outside like just playing guitar as Dylan does at parties.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, you got to go like rap for him or something. I was like, all right. And so we went out there, and we ended up just like kicking it, me and him, for like 2 hours out there,
the
just
chillest
like
guy
freestyling
ever,
like. And so after that, then he like, fast forward like a year, I actually started like putting out music just on SoundCloud, and he reached out to me and was like, yo, like just down to help you out with mixing, mastering, you know, promoting your stuff, whatever you need. And so we kind of just started running with it from there. And that's kind of like how I really started putting out music, towards the end of high school. So
shout out Dylan, man.
Yes,
he was our second episode we dropped.
Hiding In Headstones, man.
I think he's back in Cali now, but
that was a good episode.
He was home for like a month, so we hung out with him a few times.
Big shout out to him. He's just did our new intro music. And he's just helping in ways that we need help in.
He's a man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He knows how to do like most things too, like in the industry.
Yeah.
Whether it's like music or fucking even just like setting up like
he managed me for like 2 years.
Hell yeah.
When, like towards kind of at that starting point there. So he got me like a lot of shows, gigs, just like connects like to get features and stuff like that at the time. So that was super helpful.
I think I saw Dead Wyatt in the fucking parking lot right now. But
hey man.
So then you just started kind of like freestyling in high school and shit like that, and then you met Dylan.
Yeah, I actually my first song I put out, I met this dude named Lanky from Anoka, and I would always like. I knew Rosie was putting out music in high school, and this other kid in my grade, and I didn't really know him too well at the time, but I was like, dang, like I want to record a song. Right. And so I knew that he was recording at this dude Lanky's house who lived in Anoka. So I hit him up and I rolled over there, and at this time I had like 70, 80 songs written because I just didn't have a recording equipment, but I would just like write songs every day after school.
You paper guy?
And so it was actually on my computer. I'd like type them in like Word documents. Yeah. That's how I would write them.
I feel it.
And I just like, I was like, all right, bet I got a chance to record. Like I just picked the best one that I had, and I went and recorded it, and it was one take, the first take. And I just like, I didn't realize that you could like record and then stop and then punch back in and record more. So like I had no idea how to do it. So I just like hit record, did the song, and then I was like, all right, it's done. And then I went home. I was there for like 10 minutes, and then we put the song out, and that was like senior year of high school, and then it just kind of kept building from there.
And then before music too, you're pretty good at basketball, weren't you?
Yep, I did play basketball. Yeah, I did play basketball for the school. So yeah, man.
Like college ball or anything like that, or nah?
Nah, I didn't play.
I guess you went to the U too, so it probably would have been like tougher to.
Yeah, I was so small too, man, because I grew like 2 inches in college, and I was like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", like 130 in high school. So I was a little kid for sure. But
I was small boy in high school too.
Yeah.
I feel like you've always been tall.
Nah, dude. Not all the girls used to be taller than me. Every girl that like I like dated throughout school was taller than me.
Really?
And then
that's kind of a vibe though.
Like 9th or 10th grade is when I started growing, and it just hasn't stopped.
Dang.
And now I'm a fucking tree.
I feel like it bothers guys' egos when their girls like taller than them though. Which is like,
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah.
I like that dominance. Soft.
My girl now is like, she's 5'10". I like it. She'll put heels on and she'll be taller than me when we go
out.
Damn, it's great.
No way.
I love it.
She a Dover girl?
Nah, man. She's actually kind of crazy how we met, but I was writing articles for like a music publication for a couple of years, and she's a musician as well, so I did a write-up for one of her releases in like 2020, and so that's how we met, and we just became like internet friends because she's from Japan.
Oh damn.
So we were just like homies online for like a year, and then like a year ago she found herself in the States for like some meetings up in New York and stuff, so she like came down to Charleston to like say what's up, because we were just like, we had become really tight by then, and then one thing led to another, and we just kind of started dating. So
hell yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah. I'm actually going to Japan on the 30th of December.
Are you hyped?
So in like 2 weeks to like meet the whole fam and everything. So
no way.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Wow.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's what's up.
Sick.
Yeah, man. So
I would have thought maybe you guys like met like through going to like the U or something like that, but
nah, yeah, she's came to Minnesota twice now, so she's gotten to like check out the hometown and everything.
For sure.
So it's been.
So you guys make music together at all, or?
We have, yeah. Actually, I think my top song on Spotify is one with her.
Damn.
And we made that one before we were dating, so we made it when we were just like online friends, basically. Yeah. So that was super fire. But
y'all about to take over the world.
Yeah, man. She's like my favorite musician for real. I listen to her music. Like she was my top artist actually.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
You got any like big like music influences? Like what were you listening to growing up and shit like that?
Dude, I was talking to someone about this recently, and it's super random because I had like 2 favorite artists / bands growing up when I was like really young, like elementary school. And my 2 favorites were, I'll say 3 favorites. 3 favorites It was Garth Brooks,
Oh,
All American Rejects, and Lil Wayne. Those are my three favorites.
Weezy,
That's a
baby.
huge variety right there.
I know. I literally tried to buy the Carter 3. I was in 4th grade. Carter 3 dropped, and I was in Target with my mom. And all I knew was like Lil Wayne on the radio, so I didn't know that it was like explicit
Bro.
music.
That's the one with Mrs. Officer, right?
Yup. Classics, man.
Hell yeah.
Those fucking CDs when you would pull up to Target, those were the days,
Yeah.
man.
Real.
You're like, you got Green Day, you got fucking Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
and Green Day.
My roommate's obsessed with Garth Brooks. He has like probably 10 Garth Brooks t-shirts.
Dang. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Braden.
So
dude, you know my roommate. He shot one of your shows.
Braden Mills, he lives here?
Yeah, he
Oh, what's up?
This is his room right here, but he's never here.
What's up, Braden?
My man.
Dang, I wish he was here.
For sure.
Wish you were here.
We dropped his episode last Sunday? Week ago?
Yep.
We just dropped the Beto pod today.
Yep.
That's what's good.
Y'all are going crazy.
I mean, we started
Trying.
we just started fucking around with the idea like a year ago. I was obviously like still in a relationship, so I just didn't have like a lot of time on my hands, plus with like work and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think
We ran 2 videos. I had the Sony A7 III
Yeah.
at the time, so like we were doing some
we should go back and
crispy
watch those
videos.
because those are probably terrible.
Dude, it's honestly like
We were trying.
it's like we had nothing to talk about.
Right.
So like we were like forcing conversations with each other.
Right.
We didn't have a guest or
But
nothing.
like, I think we were just fucking around with the idea, just trying to get some practice rounds in, and then
That's basically
That's
what
the
it
most
was.
important thing.
But
Yeah.
like we went all out for it. I had the whole
Right.
fucking
camera.
production, lights, everything. Like
I think
we actually went for it.
You have to start somewhere. That's like the main thing.
Right.
Like, and that's anything you do. Because I look back at my music that when we were just talking about that I
Mhm.
put out when I was in high school, and I'm like, this is ass.
This is
bro.
not it, dude.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so
yeah. I
it's
feel
just-
you.
But
That's just what
that's
it
how you
is.
learn. That's how you progress. So I mean, can't get better unless you're not trying, right? So
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
but I don't know. We're so far ahead of schedule right now.
Yeah.
We ripped like 4 podcasts in one night, like 2 weekends ago. So we've only been dropping one a week.
But
so
that was like
Fire.
we did like 6 in that week.
yeah.
So
Dang. Yeah.
We might have to do a couple weeks where we drop like 2. I think.
Yeah, we're dropping 4 from December 25th to January 1st.
For sure.
So like a week period, we're dropping 4.
That's crazy.
Does your boy
Yeah.
Rosie still make music?
Yeah, man. He's engaged now. Actually,
I think I did
So,
hear that.
Yeah, he's him
Good
and
for him.
him and his girl are in I think like Ramsey or something like that.
Sure?
But he still makes music. He just hasn't put anything out in a long
Right.
time. But he's the type of dude where it's like he has so much fire. Like
He has
like,
a lot of potential.
He just sits at home, makes songs.
Mhm.
They're insane. But then he doesn't like drop them. So he'll like if you link up with him after a year not seeing him,
That's
he'll,
this guy
play
right
music
here.
for you.
My man.
This man's got hella good music, but he's a perfectionist, so he never wants to drop it.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing.
I started I'm gonna man, my fucking sinuses are out here.
Get
But-
your fucking shit together.
Hey, come on, we can't have that right now.
I'm gonna start dropping 1 a month. That's my plan.
Hey, there you
bro.
go. That's a good goal, though.
yeah, fire, do it.
Dude.
I was like, I feel like a lot of things, the reason why I don't do some things is because I put too much stress on myself and I get overwhelmed and
Right.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done.
That was the one thing I was
Yeah.
worried about when we started podding. I was like, because even like a year ago, you like spent so much time editing one, and then you're like, just saying it, dude. So I was like, I hope he doesn't do that like every fucking time we like do
No.
one. But you're right, they were trash. So
Once we pulled the trigger, it's like, I can't. It's all going out.
I think too, like makes it a lot easier to podcast when you're just like in interview mode,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's just a lot more.
Yeah. The
easier.
vibe we were going for was like me and Hoodie just talking. We had no plans of like
Not at all.
having guests.
No
or
structure.
anything.
yeah. But that's the best way to do it because it's like I feel like every good podcast is birthed from just some like homies hanging out, just
Literally,
like
that's-
saying some funny stuff and being like, yo, we need to like have some mics in front of us right now.
That's literally what it was.
That's
like,
why it's the worst when people are like, what's your topics?
I don't know.
Yeah,
So I'm like, dude, this isn't a fucking news channel, bro.
Right.
Like,
You don't have some questions written like
it is news, but like in shit like we're into. I think we're just trying to build a platform for people to like come and promote themselves and
yeah.
build a platform for people to kind of shine on
And it's a
shed some
dope
light
thing
on.
because like, I mean, a lot of people don't have like there's so many creatives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
dude.
for
Also,
people to come talk
I feel
about their
like,
work.
Minnesota's a little like underrated. I feel like we have a really good scene, like musically.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I think like I've listened to like Minnesota podcasts that are a little underground, you know, and the thing that, not trying to hate, but the thing they're missing is like the quality, you know, just kind of the professionalism in the podcast from like the ones that I've heard and watched. It's just kind of like they're just doing it, and that's dope, but it seems like they're just doing it.
the
You know what I
production's
mean?
not
Kind of
great.
like what we were doing. It's
Right.
like we were just doing it back in the day. So
Right.
now that there's like a little bit of a drive behind this and like a meaning, I suppose.
yeah.
It's a little bit
I think,
easier.
too,
and it sounds like it's supposed to be there, you know, like
Mhm.
nothing's forced when you listen to it.
And I didn't realize that I have so many like creative friends. Like
Yeah.
when we started doing this, I was like, because you don't just have to like do like music, like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
we've had photography people on here, just
Artists.
legit like artists. And I'm like, it's nice to know like, damn, I got a bunch of like really cool ass friends. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
been working. You got any projects coming up or anything in the works?
Man, I put out my project in 2020, like the end of 2020. And then this past year, 2021. And then this past year, I put out a song a month. So that was like the main thing I was focused on, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, and I just had like songs in the cut, like ready to go, like 4 or 5. And then I just put them out one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that way's a lot better because I put out a 12-song project, and I feel like at least half the songs just kind of like went unheard.
It's nice to have them like in the chamber too, just lined up.
Yeah.
Like we were just saying about being like we're like ahead of schedule as fuck right now. Like
yeah.
we have like what 5 to drop.
I don't gotta touch anything in the next month of episodes are gonna drop like automatically.
Shout out Tony, he does all the editing, all that
That's
shit.
awesome.
That shit goes all over my head. I'm just the fucking
a lot of work.
host.
That's fine. What do you use? Final Cut or?
So we're just now getting into the videos, but Premiere Pro is kind of my thing.
Nice.
And I've been using a free one.
Alright, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna throw that pizza in really quick. All right.
But I'm just so used to Adobe that I need to I've never edited video yet for this, so once we slap these into the computer, I need to get something that I'm familiar with. And
Yeah.
I'm good with Adobe.
That's the type of thing like you do like a few of them and then it becomes like second nature. That's like my whole trying to do YouTube lately too, is like my video editing is improved immensely as far as efficiency.
Yeah.
Just like knowing where to click, using quick keys, like whatever it is. So.
Hotkeys, man, that's a big thing.
The hotkeys.
Get yourself a fucking mouse with the buttons on the side.
Oh, I don't even have a mouse like that.
Oh man, it's a game changer. Like I always use like the cut and the normal tool. So I put cut and normal tool on the button.
Got
so I
you.
don't even touch the keypad. I just hit the button on the mouse while I'm slicing and dicing.
That's crazy.
All right, super random, but as soon as you guys talk about ending shit, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna excuse myself and throw the pizza in because I have no idea what any of this shit is.
Get out of here.
But have you done a couple tours?
I haven't been on tour for myself, but I actually just got off a tour like a month ago, and
Go
I was
DJ. Go DJ.
Yeah, literally, man. I was on the tour actually with Dylan's roommate in LA, Dylan Reese.
Yeah, dude, Dylan showed me some of his shit. I really fuck with it actually.
Yeah, he's insane, man. It was our homie Abstract, who just like crazy talented, rapper, singer, whatever. And they were doing just a quick run, like a 3-stop tour. And I hit him up because in my head, I'm like, I know from talking to Dylan Reese that like to get on a tour bill, a lot of times like an important thing is that you have touring experience already and just like know how kind of like to operate on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So like tour, like if you were to start your own tour, you'd kind of have to have experience already.
That or if there's like an artist on tour and they're looking for support,
some like
they
an
want
opener
someone
or something.
they want someone who's kind of had that experience. So and all it was like a text. I was like, yo, like you guys have an extra spot in the van. I want to come help out with merch, I'll make you guys TikToks every night, like whatever it is.
It's even like when you're going to like
fire,
apply for a job, man, like having experience is key.
So
also like kind of what he just said, he was like gave them options and what he could do, which is like do social media. That's a big thing, is like kind of doing more than what your part plays.
Filling in a part and roles, and
that's the most important thing when you're in, I think, any creative industry, is like when you meet people, like they automatically are like determining if you can offer value to them,
right?
And if they want to like bring you into what they're doing, like you need to be able to offer value. So for me to like ask if I could tag along on that tour, like I was like showing here's a value that I'm gonna add if you guys bring me along. So like even at just the base of it, I'll help sell merch, set up, whatever.
I run the Twitter account. Let's go.
He runs what I tell him to.
All right, Tony. Whatever.
Way to delegate the tasks.
But
honestly, I fucking hate Twitter too. I don't even know why I got dealt with that responsibility.
He's fucking taking. I'm giving him the Facebook too, man.
Dude, I kind of just want to turn my personal Facebook into the podcast Facebook, because I already have like close to like 1,000 friends on there.
Yeah, do it.
Well, dude, and then the worst is my Instagram got hacked this summer. And not that I really care about followers as much, but I had like 1,000 followers. I've had that Instagram since like my sophomore year of high school.
Dude. That's like,
and dude,
sucks.
But like out of all the people, why would you hack his account?
Like I'm not even that cool.
Right.
They try to they hack accounts and then they try to like get other people, because like I think I remember getting like messages once you got hacked. Like, hey, like I need your help. Help me out.
I got so many texts from people like, dude, are you good? Because what they would DM people like, I need your help. Which is like, if I really needed your help, I would have fucking called you.
Yeah.
If I was like, struggling or something.
Dude, that sucks, man. That's like,
but that's how they got me though. There's this girl I know, not gonna name names, but we were actually kind of cool in high school, acquaintance, friend, and she's like, I need your help. I'm like, yeah, like what's good? I just kind of figured she didn't have my number, and then what they were trying to say was, I'm trying to be like an ambassador for this company. Can you go on this website and vote for me? Sure,
that's what
not a problem. And then you like go through this like thing, and then next thing I know, an hour later, after I voted for her, in quotations right there, I got like 10 texts from multiple people like, your shit's hacked. And then I try to go on my Instagram, I'm logged out. I'm like, and then I emailed Instagram like security, and I don't think I ever even got a fucking email back.
Bro, they don't do anything about it.
They don't do anything.
It's too many. I've like had like, I know like 40 people that have gotten hacked.
Well, and the worst thing is too, I've been asking people, I'm like, have they like posted anything for a while? They're like, nah. So like, it's probably just sitting there
doing nothing.
Yeah.
When
sucks,
I could just like, I got like 6 years of just posts like on there, like probably 300 posts. And sometimes you just scrolling through your old Instagram photos is the best. Dude.
Yeah.
My fucking emails on the dark web, dude. Like just recently, like this whole shit's been going down for like 3 weeks. And I got an email. Somebody's trying to log into my email from Poland. And
I'm Polish.
And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then a week later, my credit report's like, we found your email on the dark web. And then I got LifeLock. Shout out LifeLock. So they gave me the details on where it came from. Dang. Fucking cointracker.io, man. That's like kind of how I keep track of the cryptos, and like
they were the ones that gave your email away.
Basically, yeah. Dang. And now just fucking 3 days ago, my PayPal has a fucking $619 invoice on it.
Fuck.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? No way I'm paying this shit,
I don't even have
right?
PayPal.
And then I messaged PayPal and they're like, this is something that happens like normally. Don't pay it. It's like basically the only way you're going to get fucked is if you hit that pay button. But if otherwise
don't
it
hit the
goes
button,
away,
dude. Don't do it.
It goes away in 24 hours. But like to see $619 invoice on my PayPal, I was like, wow, this is not lit.
It's like I don't just got money laying around like that. I fucking pay way too much in rent.
You ever hit up your friends on Venmo and request like $1 million from a homie on them?
I should.
That's like the best prank ever because like they're just like, what is this?
I should.
Dude, everyone's thing too is like if it's someone's birthday and they're like gonna go drive like a far distance, like a girls or guys trip basically, and it's someone's birthday. People put like in chalk on their car like the @ for their Venmo, and people actually fucking Venmo. There's random
that, like bachelorette parties and stuff,
which is kind of psych. I mean,
I'll Venmo them like 1 cent sometimes if I'm feeling generous.
$5, get yourself maybe get enough to get a beer or something.
Maybe
like
you
that.
could request like $5 and see if they accidentally like hit pay or something like that. They're not paying attention.
For
yeah,
real,
dude,
though.
I'm gonna start doing that. Just slide like $10 requests through all my contacts and just see who fucks up.
Honestly, probably a lot more than you'd think.
Yeah,
like I'd probably fall for that.
Like
shit.
I wonder if you could like make that a full-time scam. Like
probably
get a list of like tens of thousands of Venmos and just request $2 from each one.
Fuck the pot. I'm just gonna start scheming,
man.
dude.
See, make like 5 to 10K in a week.
Sheesh.
But
let's do it.
Wait,
Bro.
well, we just thought of a new scam unlocked.
fuck the
scam
music,
unlocked.
fuck the podcast.
Everybody, we're stealing.
We're just gonna
Venmo.
sit on our asses and
Yeah.
scam people all day.
This is my retirement.
Hey, add a tip if you want.
To all the schemers out there. How many live performances do you think you've done? And dude, and this can be too like small crowd, barely any crowd.
Yeah.
Like
So many, man. So many. Like when I was in college, like I was doing probably one a month.
hell yeah, dude,
So,
that's awesome.
Over like 4 years. Like
Did-
I probably
Did you play 7th Street Entry? Is that what it's called?
Yep. That was actually the most recent headline one. So that was last fall, so like a year and some change ago.
Damn.
And that was
Have you played there a couple times?
I have, yeah. So I've headlined it twice.
I was gonna say I felt like you did one a long time ago.
2018 or 2019 I did it for the first time there. That was like my first headline show ever.
That's awesome, dude. That's a lit.
And
I mean,
yeah,
not to
awesome.
discredit you, it is just like one of the side rooms there, but it's still like First Ave. It's a fucking legendary venue.
Yeah, I mean it was I think the biggest difference between the first time I did it and this most recent time was like the first time I did it, it was this huge deal, my first ever headline show. So we got like all the homies there. Like we almost packed that. Like we almost sold it.
Did you get nervous?
Pretty sure.
Super nervous.
Really?
Like
I had plans to pull up to that, but
I think I even thought about going too because you were like working with Dylan a lot then too.
Yeah,
weren't you?
Dylan. I think Dylan was like he was DJing, playing guitar and everything, and he did the second time too.
The man can do it all. For
facts.
hey man, I'll pull up to your shows, but it's got to be the right time and place, man.
Yeah,
dude.
Just saying.
I think it'd be awesome to start if we could like go to the venue and podcast before or after the show.
Yeah, down in the green room, set up some.
Yeah,
people are all amped up. You know what I mean?
Let's fucking talk to Nolan about that.
Dude, yeah, he's doing a show at the end of January, and we're gonna drop his podcast January 1st, and he's dropping like
his EP January 1st.
But yeah, I think like the second time I did it, the most recent one, it was way different because it was like I hadn't been living in Minnesota for a year, like over a year at that point. So, and I wasn't in school, so it was like less homies pulling up. But that time I actually had like people like pull up that I hadn't met before.
That's
and that was like
awesome.
one of the first times that I've ever had that happen.
That's
and I was
dope,
like
dude.
that, like, I think it was like a little less people there, but like the fact that I just had like people coming for me that I didn't even know, like that was,
that's probably a big inspirational shit.
best,
like,
yeah.
This man pulls some crowds full of girls, I'll tell you that. That's why I love going to his shows.
But hey, he's wifed down though, so fuck you girls.
They're for me, man.
They're for you now.
They're in the crowd for me.
They're for the homies. Have you ever played the main room?
I haven't. No, I actually almost did this summer.
You'll get there.
My homie Bio was opening for Nerdy and the main room
for sure.
And we have a couple songs together, so he asked me to come do some songs, but it was literally the day after I left for London that the show was going on. So that was like my chance to do main room, but didn't
You'll
happen.
get there, man. There's plenty of opportunities out there.
Yeah, it'll happen again.
You never played at like Skyway at all, have you?
I've done not main room.
Studio B.
I've done
or
Studio
Lofts?
B. That was actually my first ever show. It was like 2016 in Studio B, and I
Shout out
opened
to
for
Studio B, dude.
Huey Mac.
That's
Huey Mac.
dope.
That was the
bro.
first ever show. Yeah.
Shout out Huey too. He used to like make a lot of shit with it's just Mike now, but it used to be Mike's dad.
Yeah.
How's
That's
your,
dope. I used to bar back there.
That's fire. It's a cool
It
spot.
was mostly at Marusso's, which is like the restaurant, but
Okay.
the owners of Skyway own like pretty much like half that building.
Got you.
So there's like Studio B, Skyway, Loft, Marusso's, and then this little shitty club called Barfly.
Oh yeah.
So
Barfly,
if
yeah.
you worked in the building, I mostly was working Marusso's, but I'd go like work coat check or go do like wristbands and
Got
shit like
you.
that.
It's so cool. They have so many different little like spots.
Dude,
in there,
it's like an
venues.
adult playground, like literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, best experience
how
ever.
do you deal with like stage fright type?
I-
What's your pregame warm up?
I honestly like. I don't get stage fright at all anymore. Like I used to, like when I was performing at the start, but now like it's one of my favorite things to do ever.
Yeah.
Like
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just genuinely like in a very good like chill state of mind.
You
before I
got a
go
very
on.
good like stage presence. Like when I forgot what that place is called, but the club or whatever, it was kind of small, but it's like
Caboose?
no,
Oh, the whole music club.
yeah,
at
at
the
the
U.
U.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
Like it's not like a big crowd of people. There's like probably like 30 people, maybe a little more, and like. I would say the crowd's not that live. I was getting live. Like I was out there, man. I was a little wild boy doing that stuff, but like it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're lit and nobody else is, you know.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
vibes ain't
I
matching.
feel like if you're gonna like, do you mean like just lit like amped or like hammered?
like
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 getting
getting
hyped on
into
stage.
the
For sure.
getting into like because sometimes the crowd doesn't
Yeah.
get
I
involved.
feel like I at least gotta have a couple drinks if I were to like
And,
live
Dude,
perform, man.
I do not care. Like I don't care if people are just standing there like staring at me. I'm gonna like jump around and get
Hell
hyped,
yeah.
bro. Like I've done shows for
It's good.
I did shows for like sororities when I was on campus
That's
too. So
kinda
they'd have
lit.
like
I
like
told you,
benefit
ladies,
shows
man.
and stuff.
Hell yeah.
And they would be at like a cafe
Mhm.
and it would just be a bunch of like girls and their families like sitting around at tables,
Mhm.
like having a cup of coffee, like watching the show. And I'm like, if y'all listen to my music, y'all
Mhm.
know that it's hype. So if you ask me to come, I'm gonna do what you're expecting
Yeah.
me. So I'll just be up there like raging, like screaming,
Yeah.
jumping around, and they're all sitting there like,
It's
like,
like-
what's going on?
I want like a wide variety
He's
of
a
fans too,
performer.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether you're fucking 80 years old or fucking preferably 18 years old.
Like,
but-
Yeah.
I kind of feed off other people's energy. So if like nobody else is hyped, I feel like I
Yeah.
would slowly like stop being hyped and be
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna go.
It's tough. It's really really hard because it's like it's a give and take. Like if they're not hyped, if the fans aren't hyped, then you're less hyped, and then they're even less hyped, and then it's
Right.
just kind of like so
That's-
you gotta just.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
What's like your favorite city or venue you performed at? You think?
That's a good question.
There's probably a lot, but
I mean, I would put 7th Street at number 1 for sure, just because it's so iconic.
and it's just like
Um,
we're like from here too, man. So
yeah.
like, I mean, if you're not from Minnesota, First Avenue is like that's where I grew up going to like so many
Every
hip hop
show.
shows. Like,
Yeah.
because when I started going to shows when I was like 16, fucking driving my like all the homies downtown, like, and just being a young and getting cray cray.
That's a cool one. When I was on that tour, we did a show at Kilby Court in Salt Lake City, and that's like it's literally like a shack. There's no bar, there's no like anything there. It's just a shack,
For sure.
and it's just this iconic venue. Like Mac Miller performed it.
Hell yeah.
Just like all these huge artists
Shout out Mac,
have
dude.
gone through for real. Like all these huge artists have gone through this little shack, and it's like a rite of passage to perform, and that was like super cool to be there. So that was awesome.
I bet the vibe would be kind of cool, like just like in a shack in like Utah. Like,
yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Post Malone lives there.
In Utah?
Yeah, he like moved like out of LA and like I'm gonna move to Utah.
That's fire. I would do that if I was popping too.
For sure. You got anyone in your family that has done music or is into music or you pretty
No,
solo
not my
on that?
immediate family. I have a cousin that's in a band that was like pretty dope. Their name was Lake Street Dive.
For sure.
But he was kind of like an extended cousin. But other than that, is like nothing. So
it's a pretty fire name.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, they were big too. Like they've been on all the like the late night shows and all that stuff. Like, so
are you mostly just do like the vocals or do you do like any mixing,
he plays
mastering?
Guitar.
Shit? You play guitar?
Yeah. So that's like kind of the last like 2 or 3 years as I've started to like transition my music more into like the indie rock side of things.
Yeah.
That's just been a reflection of me like getting better at guitar because I've started learning guitar like 3 years ago. So
any lessons from Dylan?
Hey man,
dude,
if you're around Dylan.
Dylan's too high level for me. If you guys
back.
Dylan for advice, he's like, he just starts like, yeah, you just do this, and
why
this.
Why don't I play a solo?
I'm like, what?
That man's shredder.
But yeah, I've been producing a lot of like pretty much almost all of my recent stuff to some extent, and then I have another couple like producers I work with, like a drummer that I'll have like play drums on stuff because I love having live drums. And then I'll have like if I want like bass or piano, I'll like send it to someone else. So I'll kind of like piece it together that way. But
For sure.
Yeah.
How's the social media presence? Are you on like most platforms then?
Yeah. I hate TikTok, but I'm on it.
I just still don't know how to
Dude, it's
fucking
a
work
lot of
it.
work, man.
But also like it's one of the most easiest platforms to kind of like. I have 30 followers on TikTok, and one of my like videos has over like 1,000 views. So
yeah.
I mean, if you know how to do it, do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's cool. I'm like that short form media content is like so big right now, but my own personal taste, like I'd much rather watch a 10-minute video on YouTube than someone's
Me
TikTok.
too, bro.
Like, I browse YouTube way more often.
I watch a lot of podcasts on YouTube, honestly.
So that's where I focus my energy. Like I'm gonna focus my energy what stuff that I like to consume. So
that's why also how I feel about like the podcast. Like if I'm not like super into what you're doing, that's why I feel like a lot of podcasts get like super mainstream. They just start interviewing just like anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to interview someone that's doing something that I'm really not into. You know what I mean? Because then it doesn't feel natural and just like not authentic at all. You know what I mean? So
yeah, totally. That's the best thing, man. It's like do what you want to do and like what you like what you like. You know what I mean? Like don't make something that you like. Even the same with music for me. Like I could go make like some pop or rap song that I don't like that like I know might do well,
right?
Whatever,
just
but
for like just for views, you know? What I mean?
Yeah. So
I don't like that either because at the end of the day, you start creating something that's not you. You know
exactly.
And then, if you don't mind me asking, why were you down in Charleston? Just cause? Or?
I was down there for work actually. So I was working in sales right out of college, and that's like a big reason why I came back up is because I just kind of like I wasn't getting this amount of time that I wanted to like pour into music.
For sure.
I'm 24. I just kind of like
You're
decided
young,
like, yo, I'm way too young to like be just not giving my all to something.
Giving it into
about.
Society pretty much.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Staying in that box that society wants you to be in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have your basic little whatever.
Yeah. And so that was the biggest thing for me. And I just was like, F it. Now I don't really have a plan, but it's like I'm okay with that. Though, like man. I'm super content with it. So it's been.
Is there a good music scene down there, or do you not really get to experience it?
It's okay. I was in Charleston, so it's like it's a lot of like country music and stuff, and I met like definitely a lot of really good musicians. But I would say it's not like you're not in a big city, you know,
yeah,
like Minneapolis or something even bigger. So
I hate to admit it, but I used to watch this fucking reality TV show called Southern Charm, which is like based in Charleston.
Yeah.
But like seeing the just like the bars and shit like that.
The club scene is very
down there. It kind of looks like a vibe a little bit.
It's a lot of fun. And they actually just put out another show that person that ran that one is putting Southern Hospitality is out now. And it's about like the club scene there.
That sounds like super familiar.
It's brand new. But like one of my like closest friends I made down there is like one of like the main characters in the show.
Hell yeah.
And they were, so it's like, it was super fire because he worked for all the clubs basically.
Yeah.
Like a promoter and stuff. So every time like we'd want to go out, we could just like roll up to like anywhere we wanted to go. It was super fire. Like, and they got some crazy spots down there.
Grab me a napkin.
Keep talking. I got you.
But
my nose is stuffed. Sorry.
But yeah, man, Charleston's great. I definitely want to get back down there. Like I lived like 3 blocks from the ocean.
Ooh.
And like I could walk downtown. Like it's a great spot. It's definitely the type of place you go for like a year or two, and then after that you kind of get sick of it and you're ready to get out. But for the time being, it's great. So
what the fuck? I just had a question. I forgot it.
It'll come back to you.
Oh man,
bro, I love your cat.
These are B
chilling
Mills
here, bro.
cats. He's a youngin', Draco, fucking Malfoy.
Draco.
He's a big cuddle guy, but also like he's still like super young, so he's curious. So dude, it'll be like fucking 4 a.m. and he's just fucking around with shit out in the kitchen. And that's when I start blaring some rain sounds on YouTube just so I can block out the sound. Millie's a G2.
Yeah, Millie's a G.
She's just chilling. Big chilling. You said you got a cat too?
Yeah, I got a cat, a little gray one. I got her like when she was like 2, which I feel like is the move because then you can see their personality.
Yeah.
And she's a huge like cuddle bug like this one. Like she'll just come and
they're also just super independent, and it's not like having a dog is like having a fucking kid pretty much.
Yeah,
so
facts.
You know, all you do is really feed a cat and maybe change a litter box here and there.
Oh.
But
What's your plans for like future for your music and kind of where you're going, where you're headed right now?
Yeah. Like the 2 things I'm focused on right now are like obviously keep continuing to make music. I have like 2 or 3 songs ready to go in the new year. I just put out actually we just worked with a producer to put out a remix for one of my songs like last week. So just kind of like continue to work with people. And then the other side of it is like my YouTube. So I've just been putting out like a video a week.
Hell yeah.
What kind of video? Like music or just vlogs?
Like I want to do things that are related to my music, but also things that are like kind of like Yes Theory, Eric-esque type videos where like I'm out doing things. So like I did
Eric.
Like when I was in London, I like snuck into the Packers game out there, like snuck in the NFL London game.
So you a big vlogger then?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
We want to start doing that also.
I got some videos on YouTube. I'm just, man, it's a lot of work. I think the content I was making was almost forced, you know?
Yeah.
But now I have shit to make.
Like yesterday would have been the perfect time to vlog.
You should have, yeah.
Wild, man.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you have to definitely get in the mindset of vlogging. I've had these ideas and like this whole like idea of what I want my videos to look like and the vibe for like 2 years, and I just started putting them out probably like 4 or 5 months ago, and I just did a Hot Ones challenge and like recorded a song while doing the Hot Ones challenge. So like I did I vlogged the tour. So like the last night of the tour, our DJ had to leave, so I had to step in and DJ. So like the whole vlog is like how I like became a DJ on tour with no experience, like that type of stuff. So it's been super fun, just like messing with some different ideas.
Do you do all the editing and stuff yourself as well?
I do. And
your fucking thumbnails, man. Bro. Like those thumbnails are pretty fire, man. Like that's a thumbnail.
I gotta get people to click. I gotta get them to click, man.
I'm like, man, he's actually like valid, man. This shit's professional and stuff. Like this looks good. And I've always wondered if people do that shit themselves, because I do. Like, I go on Fiverr get a logo made or something. I ain't that good at making logos and stuff. I'm
Right, me
trying,
neither.
but
We've been paying people for
I
it.
get help where I
Yeah.
need help, but for the most part, everything's done in my house.
I think eventually, like if I'm like really, if my YouTube's taking off more, then I want to like delegate the editing to someone else. But
Same,
I'm very,
yeah.
very particular about the editing and like the feel of the video and the flow of it. That like I'm just doing it myself for now.
Yeah.
So
Not
keep
all
it independent.
content is good content, you know. So
Facts.
there's
Or even
a
if
lot
you
of
keep-
things you got to take out that
Yeah.
somebody might not understand.
yeah,
Well, even too, if you did hire someone, it's even like you could still be there for the editing process.
true. Yeah,
Yeah, if you got somebody
got
around
time.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the ways how you work is like through email and stuff, Dropbox, and so a lot of the editors that you'd find would be not from around here that would be willing to do the work. So
So did you do like you're talking about I love Hot Ones. It's like
Yeah.
one of my most viewed like shows, I guess you'd say, like on YouTube.
I watched like all of them.
For sure,
They're
dude.
so
They got killer guests too.
Yeah.
A wide variety. But so did you do like a wing challenge then?
yeah. So the video was, so I want to do like stuff like that that's intriguing, but also related to my music for like
Yeah.
my videos. So that one we did. I did the Hot Ones challenge, and after every 2 wings I ate, I recorded a part of my song, like re-recorded
Hell yeah.
it. So I was like, had my mic, my headphones, and I was like eating the wing and like trying to like sing the song.
dying, like
Yeah.
probably.
It's like it's pretty comedy by the end. Like it was bad, bro. The bomb hits you and you're just done.
Did you just purchase like a whole set then of sauces then?
Yeah, I had a
off the
homie
website.
who had all the sauces. So
The bomb one looks like the worst one.
dude,
And it's not
It's
even
like-
I'm more of a flavor guy, so like if it's hot as fuck but it tastes good, I think I could indulge.
that's why the bomb sucks, because it doesn't taste good. It just tastes bad.
tastes like asshole.
It just tastes bad, bro,
Yeah.
and it's just pain.
Yeah, I don't like that fucking hot sauces for pain. Yeah, I love eating my food with a little bit of tear.
Yeah.
Like, what are you? You're crazy, man.
I love taking off layers of my mouth when I eat my food, man. It's
only
great.
when it's fresh out the oven and hot as fuck. Yeah, but
I do love wings though.
yeah,
Shout out Serums.
That place is crazy.
I think it's the best wing place I've ever been to.
can I ask you about Barely Everything?
Yeah, yeah. So Barely Everything is kind of like the overarching, I guess, collective or label name that I want to do all of my creative ventures under.
Is
So-
this like just starting recently? Or?
Yeah. So I'll put it in like all my YouTube videos. I'll like release my music under it. Like it'll be like under like Barely Everything, whatever, for the label. And then I'm actually working on a YouTube video right now where I started a website, and it's like a blogging website. So I'm blogging about 100 underrated artists that released music in the past year.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be 100 articles on the website. There's gonna be a playlist with all 100 songs that we're covering.
Hell yeah.
And the website is barelyeverything.com. So that's kind of the vision for it. And
Yeah.
I just want it to be this like overarching name that you associate with my music videos, YouTube videos, the website, like
is
everything.
that already up or is that in the works?
It's up, yeah. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
working on writing all the articles right now. I'm like 50 in.
Go
so-
check it out,
I-
people.
Just saw the Instagram as a suggestion.
Oh, for real? For real? Yeah,
It's popping up.
I haven't posted about it at all yet. I just have like everything ready to go, and then once it's done, I'll just fire it out.
Yeah,
there,
I
so.
feel you. I feel it. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this, but once we posted that first episode, like I'd say nothing was actually ready. We just went for it.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
the way to do it.
But
yeah.
after we had one guest, it was like we couldn't stop with like people
We were-
trying to like get on.
Yeah,
So
we were going
it's just almost like
kick off right away, kind
we're
of.
like, fuck, dude, we gotta just push through.
Grind.
So
Fire. Yeah, just grind time.
Like-
that's kind of why we did the 6 episodes in that 1 week,
Mhm.
so I could allow myself to have like a month to get the business, the structure. Like
Mhm.
we got a Patreon started now. I got the
Yeah,
TikTok,
fire.
YouTube,
Twitter.
yeah, Twitters. I got the link tree, the link bio
Yeah,
thing. So it's
let's
got
go.
everything
Let's
connected
go.
now.
I
The
think-
logos are being done.
We wanted to do too, like, if,
Banners.
with like the website is maybe put like exclusive content on there. That,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe like, we have videos for podcasts that we have out that's just we just drop the audio on.
Yeah.
So maybe like put out some like older clips on there. Just I don't know.
Just some ideas.
Just something for like they're like ride or die kind of fans. You know what I mean? So
get them on the Patreon. Get them on the website.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Do you sell merch?
I was literally just gonna ask that.
I got a little bit of merch that's left over from like a year ago actually. That I was like doing a run of shows, so I had some merch made, and I have a little left over, but I gotta get some new lines out there or something.
It's tough. It's tough to do that because like you're putting all your money into it up front. But I've heard there's kind of like drop shipping almost for merch now, so you can send over your logos and stuff, and basically made to order or however you say it.
Yeah.
Like pay people to
so like
design your merch?
I hire a company and they keep my logo, and whenever somebody orders something off the website, the order goes to that company.
They make it on the
spot. Then
spot.
they make the item
right
per order.
So you don't have to pay for like 100 shirts up front.
They get paid per sale. So they're getting paid as soon as that shirt gets ordered, and there's no like, I need to pay you $500 for this stock amount.
Which like eventually too, once you start like popping off and you have enough money to do it yourself is nice, but from the get go it's nice to just kind of if it doesn't break the bank, pay someone to do it for you.
Right. I really have only made merch if I know that I'm doing a few shows.
Yeah.
So like the last time I made merch was when I had like 3 shows in a month, one of them being the 7th Street one, and I'd made like 50 shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't sell all of them. I have a lot left over, but I covered all my costs just like from the shows. So
and you can put that back into the business or whatever.
Yeah, that's almost like what it is. It's not even about earning profit. It's just like, can I cover the cost of the expenses that I just
down the road we want profit.
Yeah.
And then people wearing your merch is just a walking advertisement. So
exactly.
You're really getting free advertisement.
Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah.
I need some Gotta Be Good merch, man. I need
it's in the works.
It's in the works, man.
Man.
It's just like I said, it's a money thing too. So
yeah,
I'm a big I like doing things myself. So like definitely gonna be reaching out to local companies, people I know to like get the embroidering done on some hats and shit.
I think the great thing about the name of Gotta Be Good is so many things could go into that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotta be good anything, literally. So
gotta be good hats, gotta be good shirts.
Gotta be good girls.
Yeah, we got a lot of business ideas for this, so it's just the start.
How did you guys come up with the name?
That's a hoodie thing.
All right, well, I'll tell you the story. So, working with my buddy, not gonna name names, this is probably 2-3 years ago, and I think so. I'm like in like logistics, so you're on the phone, on the computer, and I want to say I asked him to like do something or something like that, and then I had a customer call me, and they're bitching that they didn't get like an update on it or something like that. So I'm on the phone and I look over, I'm like, "Yo, did you like do that?" "No, man, I got like many things to do." And I'm like, "Dude, just be good. Like, gotta be good." Like, I was just like super flustered, and then it became like an office joke. People started saying it all the time, and then next thing you know, like all the homies are starting to say it. So when he asked me like what the name should be, I just kind of threw that out there.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, we need to get a name finalized because we're like starting to record the episodes. And he's like, it's gotta be good. And I was like, nah, that's the name.
Yeah, like he thought that like I was just saying like it's gotta be a good name or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, like that's what I wanted it to be
that's
called,
amazing.
So.
And I was like, that's the one, man. Like that's it. Like it's gotta be good is the name.
Dude, that's so fire. I love when stuff comes naturally like that. Like
it's
that's
just
amazing.
It just started as like everyone has their sayings and slangs and shit like that. It's just kind of like one of those things.
We had like the teapot and stuff. Like we had some.
That's what we wanted to be called. I kind of still like that name, teapot, but I think you looked it up and someone already has it or something.
Gosh, that's another big thing. You got to be checking on like Instagram. You got to check because
your
people
SEO,
have ideas for everything nowadays.
So we have like an LLC, which I'll let you talk about that.
I have a company called Product 2, and my birthday's 222. I kind of branded myself with the numbers 222.
Yeah.
And I always wanted a company for it, but like 222 is everywhere. There's so many like just like even social media accounts with 222 in it. And I was like, I need something that's like involves twos, but it's not consecutive.
Like,
so
is our YouTube gonna be like on the product too, or just gotta be good to have like its own?
Gotta
YouTube?
Be Good is like a branch of product too.
I should know this.
Got to be good.
Yeah,
Ooh, literally, I didn't even fucking think of that, dude.
That's a good one. But so product 2 is almost like hidden, and Gotta Be Good is the DBA of product 2. So doing business as Gotta Be Good podcast is what product 2 is. But product 2 is literally just me. It's nothing. And product 2 came from just like a list of like, I need a fucking name for a company because I wanted to start a photography company. So I had product 2 photography. And so I kind of ran with that, did some weddings for a while and stuff, but it just wasn't my thing. So we shut that down, and now I'm just like, it's product 2. Here's the logo.
Oh, you got it. Let's go. That's fire.
It's I have my friend tattoo that on me. So
you got the twos tattooed on here too, right?
Yeah.
On the neck.
On the other side.
Yeah. I had your stickers still, I think. I have your sticker on like something, on like a notebook or something.
My stickers went that far?
Yeah, man. I always had the stickers.
I think I still got a couple of those, but yeah, dude, those stickers are kind of gas.
Yeah, they were fire. The blue and the purple on it, man.
That purple was, I love purple. And now it's like, fuck, dude. Now I think about it. My old Photoshop had that purple saved, like that color.
Dang,
now I don't have it anymore, so I'll have to find it. But yeah, I made those on Photoshop just with fucking liquid tool.
That's crazy.
That's all it was. Like just the 222, and then did like the outer glow of the, what was that, blue and purple? I forgot.
I think so, yeah.
And,
I had blue. I had like an electric blue, I think.
Yeah. So the outer glow, just real easy, dude. It was like literally just fucking around. And I'm like, I want a simple sticker. And it worked out.
I don't get no fucking stickers. What the hell?
You didn't get a sticker?
Nah, I guess we're not cool like that.
Dude, it's funny. A lot of my friends have them on their phones. Like,
oh, no. Wait, psych. I did have one on my old phone for a while.
See, I branded myself
I did get one.
222, and it's like people fuck with it like for no reason.
Yeah, such an easy thing. And stickers are perfect.
I don't know if you want to dive into a little bit, but what's like the spirituality between like 222?
222 is an angel number.
Okay.
And
what does that mean?
I'm very big into like the spiritual world.
Oh, dude, we're about to get into it.
What is it? What's the angel number 222? What does that mean?
It has a definition, like say with 111, I think like 444 is like abundance, or 888 is abundance or something, but like the consecutive numbers just
taking a snap,
it's just an angel number. And I was gonna look it up, but my phones are recording the pod, so can't look it up right now. But so it's just like, I wouldn't say like religious or anything. It's just more in touch with the spiritual world. Kind of, it's almost like a guide for me. When I see consecutive numbers, it's like I'm in the right place at the right time.
Got you.
And I don't look for them. They just pop out to me. I'll be driving and won't look at a license plate for 30 minutes, and all of a sudden I look over and there's the fucking 3 numbers right there. I'm like, wow. Right place, right time. It just almost brings me to like grounding. And
he's got a demon and 2 angels also that follow him.
Yeah, I got my archangels tattooed on my leg.
I hope the 2 angels are around you right now, not the demon.
Well, the demon.
Supposedly it's a good demon.
Though.
Supposedly
like, the demon's like not a bad demon. He's just like chilling. Yeah, he's a man of his own. I don't know who he is. I've been introduced to these people by a psychic. And it's weird because I talk to people in my head, like, I feel like I'm a little crazy, but I'm not. Like, it's been confirmed that I talk to actual people that are actually there. And I got my archangels tattooed on me 3 weeks before I got a fucking psychic reading and actually learned that they're my archangels.
Oh, wow.
So it's really like, we get more in depth after the pod if you want, but
I think you've talked about it quite a bit on some past ones, so we don't need to get too far into it.
But long story short, I'm very spiritual in like the numbers, and like I feel like I have something inside of me that's different that other people don't, and I always thought I was a bad person for thinking like that, but it's like this psychic confirmed all of these thoughts. Like, she talked about the pod, and like the pod hasn't even been done
she
yet.
knew like a bunch of shit
what
that like
the fuck, dude,
that some random lady shouldn't know about.
Yeah, I told her, I was like,
Dang.
my name's Tony, and then she's like, say it 3 times, and then she starts laughing, and I was like, what the fuck, man, this is about to be good. Like, it's gonna
be good.
Like, it's literally gonna be good. And she's like, you have a demon. And I was like,
sweet.
And she's like, what? It's not a bad one. He's got a red face. He's like funny.
That just reminds me of
He's smoking a
Insidious. I don't know if you've
cigarette.
seen that.
He's outside right now smoking a cigarette. And he just wants to let you know, like, you need to relax and just let things happen because you're doing everything correctly. So, like, he's not worried about you. He just watches you. But he's very relaxed because you're fine. And so he has nothing to worry about, and neither should you. And since this day, my depression, everything, I haven't been depressed how I used to
Except for
get.
this morning.
No, but except for like how I used to get. I haven't been depressed for a while, for a month and a half.
Been on a good wave.
And not gonna lie, this fucking podcast is stressful as fuck, and like sometimes it gets to my head, but it's not a bad way anymore. It's like
healthy stress.
I used to cry a lot, go home just like no reason, because like it almost felt like I didn't know who I was. But I was like, so many things were going on in my head that didn't make sense that now make sense to me.
Wow.
And I'm kind of like, I feel like I know what I'm doing now, and I believe in myself. Basically, she confirmed
what you already thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
awesome,
it just
man.
feels good
That's awesome.
to like be here doing this. Feels natural.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's almost kind of like therapy too. Like, I don't go to therapy, but this is kind of like my therapy. Is just talking,
Being able to
picking
talk.
people's brains and shit like that.
Yeah.
Hearing people's ways of how they dealt with problems or issues or dark times.
Yeah. I think it's
nice.
just, it's very like when you're walking in like your purpose, then like the bad times aren't as bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you know where you don't always need to know where you're headed, but if you know that like where you're supposed to be, like you're within the boundaries of like your purpose, then it's like life is so
even
so
like
much more
if you're
joyful.
like broke as shit, but you're still doing what you want to fucking do.
Yeah.
Like it's nice. Has your like stage name always been Barely Trev, or has the name changed a couple times?
It's been Trev. It was Trev at first, but going back to the SEO thing, there was 20 Trevs out there, and I get like other people's songs popping up on my page like all the time.
We talked about that on Beto's podcast, how he has the same name as someone else. So they're like Apple Music.
Yeah.
Has some of the same songs on the same page.
It's the worst, bro. That was the sole reason I did it. Like, I needed something else, man. Because I kept having random music popping up like once a month. So I changed it to Barely Trev, and there wasn't really much of a reason behind it. It was more like,
I think it's a cool name.
I had like a whole list of like types of names. I had like kind of Trev, like Barely. I had like just random names that didn't have anything to do with Trev, like. And then I ended up settling on Barely Trev. Did a little like market research, meaning I just sent it to my friends and asked them what they thought, and that was the one we went with.
It's kind of solid.
I like the name.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
It rolls off tongue. It's easy to say.
Yes, sir.
You can just stick with Trev, or you can add the Barely in there.
Yeah, exactly. So I like it. It's been good.
What's your kind of style of music you say you would make your genre?
Right now, at this moment, I would say probably like indie pop. Just because like I teeter into like the indie rock side of things in some songs, but I'm still doing like, I think, music that can be consumed more mainstream as well. So I'd say like indie pop.
Do you make money off this yet?
Nah. I actually, like, the last couple releases I did, I'm working with a label up in New York called Sonderhaus. That's like who I've been releasing through, and that's been really cool because Kyle, the founder of it over there, has been like kind of just helping me out with like some licensing things with like Music Bed and getting music on just like different outlets like that to try to get syncing and different licensing placements. So that's kind of like what we've been working on right now. And I think once you hit some of those, then like you can start to see real money coming in. But just from like streaming itself, like not really, no. I'd say I make like most of the money I made off music has just been from shows.
For sure. And like selling merch and shit.
Merch and performances. So
that's where a lot of people, like, I don't know if you follow like the Nelk Boys and shit, but YouTube, like, they don't make any money off of it's like basically all their merch.
Yeah,
because it fucking sells out.
Yeah,
in
and
like 2 seconds.
YouTube pays you the most of any like platform for views and stuff too. And it's still
the
like
kind of content you're making though. If you're making like inappropriate content, they're probably not gonna pay you. You know what I mean? So which is the best?
The
content,
AdSense.
Yeah, that's the one people want to see.
Right.
You can't get the AdSense for your videos. That's where a lot of the money comes in.
Yeah.
And a lot of ads don't want to be on those explicit videos unless it's Blue Chew. Let me get some.
Shout out Blue Chew. I love me some blue pills. Especially after a night of drinking.
So what was your thoughts about going through the label? Was it, you think it helped a lot?
Yeah, I'm not like signed or anything on that. It's more of like a distribution kind of label where
just some help.
Like I'll release my music through them and they'll take care of all like the pitching and licensing and stuff, and then they just like take a cut, usually is kind of how it kind of works, like a little cut of the streams on the back end. So I like it a lot. Like I think I'm optimistic in the direction going forward, and they work with a lot of like indie rock artists, which is like all the music I have in the cut right now ready to go. So
it's probably opportunities to meet people and collab then too, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so Kyle, the founder of it, is also a producer. He's the one that just like put out a remix of one of my songs. So that was super cool.
The 24, so what was that?
The 75 in December 75 remix.
In December.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I knew it was a number. I was fucking dyslexic.
22 in December.
For real.
That'd have been crazy if that was it. Like, it's 222 actually is the name of the song.
What? Flatbush got some 222. They're kind of spiritual, you know. Dang. I think
I don't follow them at all anymore. They used to be like one of my favorite.
I love their merch.
Their merch is fire.
Big fan of their merch. I hate the fact that they only drop one piece a week and it sells out in 5 minutes, and I'm one of the people who buy it. But I hate it.
Shout out Montaigne. We had him on here also, but we all went to Rolling Loud one year. And my man got way too hammered and
slump cop.
He's just sleeping like on this hill in Miami while we're watching Flatbush, which they're a super rowdy like performance.
Yeah, dude,
and this kid's just slumped on the ground.
Bro, I was just at Rolling Loud this past summer in Miami.
Hell yeah. How was it?
Crazy.
I was probably the best guys trip I've ever been on. We drove down to Miami.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, it's good. Like, you're so tired by the third day. Yeah. Like, I've never been.
Was it in the stadium?
Yeah, it's like around the state. Was it the same place when you went?
No, we did Bayfront.
Yeah, Bayfront Park or something like that. And, like, so you could see the ocean and shit. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it
was
crazy.
Sick. It was like right in Miami.
If you want to hear the war stories from it, go check out Montaigne's interview. We talked about it for like an hour.
Yeah, Montaigne. Was definitely a big part in that trip, man. It was wild.
Hell yeah. I was still like 20, I think. It was awesome though. Like literally it was like half of Andover was there.
For real?
not have Andover, but like a lot of our
people
close
went down.
homies.
You had anything kind of crazy happen while you're traveling on tour or something?
Yeah, I did actually. Like, I haven't touched on it much, but I was when I was in London for like 3 months this past summer. Kind of like I really lucked out because I was doing a festival in Spain at like the beginning of September.
My man, he's worldwide.
Yeah, dude, it was like crazy connection because like the dude who was putting on the festival was from LA, and I like did a few songs for him like 3 years ago. And so he like invited me to come out and perform at it. Fire. And so that like covered like my expenses like getting out to Europe in the first place, which is incredible. And then I was able to just like extend my trip and stay out there. So like we were in this like small town in like the countryside of Spain doing this festival.
Hell yeah.
And
dude.
like this whole like town and like the surrounding areas like popped out at this thing, and it was just like, bro, like these towns have like 2,000 people in them, like not even, and it was just like I don't even know where I was, but it was just insane because like people don't even speak English out here, and you're just like performing, you're just like rapping and stuff. That's crazy.
I really want to go to like a Ibiza. So I'm like,
yeah,
I really like the EDM scene, shit like that.
Yeah,
supposedly it's pronounced Ibiza. Ibiza, is what I've been told.
That's
I
how we
took
say
a pill
it.
in Ibiza.
Yeah, literally. But so why were you in Europe then?
So the festival was like the main reason I was gonna be in Spain.
Gotcha.
And then my girl was in London working for like 6 months. So I ended up like I was based in London and then like popped to Spain. And then like that was when I was starting this past summer like a lot of the YouTube stuff. So I went and filmed videos like around Switzerland, Germany. It was just like backpacking, and then ended back in London for a little bit and then came back. So I was just like kind of all over the place. But
hell yeah. And you were out there for like 3 months, you said?
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. I kind of want to go experience some parts of Europe.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
You can just backpack and like get hostels.
Can't you just hop on like a train and basically get anywhere?
Yeah. I took a train everywhere. Was staying for like $20 a night in places, just in hostels and stuff. So it was super cheap. But yeah, man, it was an experience of a lifetime for sure.
Yeah, I feel like performing at a festival out of the country would be pretty fucking lit, no matter where it is or fucking.
It was amazing.
Scenery.
Yeah, crazy. It wasn't anything like huge, obviously, but it was just like cool little like niche festival and
and like you're saying
fun.
too, like the language barrier, even though like they don't speak the same language as you, they're still like having a good time. And
yeah, facts.
Hell yeah,
facts.
That's what's up. You plan on like any shows coming up or any tour dates or anything like that? Or
no, not in the near future. I'm like trying to like focus my energy on like the recording and like the video editing side of things right now, and as opposed to doing as many like shows as I can, like I was when I was here in college and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've had the chance to do a few in Minneapolis, but I want to make sure like the next one I do here is either like another headline or like opening for like a legitimate like headliner artist, and like as opposed to doing like some local shows, which are really cool, but I think I'm just like it takes a lot of work and time.
You went and did that for a while already.
For a long time, yeah.
I'd rather focus on somewhere else, and if you do want to play a show, like you said, make sure it's gonna be a banger.
Right, exactly, so. Yeah. So maybe sometime next year I'll try to hit the first status stage again or something like that.
For sure.
That would be super fun. But
hell yeah. That's so crazy. Did you say that like one of your first shows ever was at Studio B?
My first ever show, yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dylan got me that one actually. That was crazy. Yeah. And that funny story about that show too. Obviously, like I didn't know how anything worked at the time. And so when we were going back and forth on the email about the show, they were like giving us all the information, and then they were like, oh, and like payment for the show will be like $100. And so I was like, dang, like I don't like this is my first show. I don't want to have to like pay $100. Like that's crazy.
Oh,
and so we were like,
but you were getting paid though.
Yeah. So well, yeah. So like we thought I was like texting Dylan. I was like, dude, like should we do this? Like he's like, I don't know, man. Like it could be a great look. Like opening for Huey Mack. Like I'll even go in on the 100 with you. Like we can make this happen. I'm like, all right. So we took like a day to like make a decision, and we got back to him like, okay, we'll do it. Like how should we pay? And they're like, bro, we're paying you $100.
That is hilarious though. Well, because I mean, some shows like you basically do for free, and you might get like free drinks when you're there.
Most shows, that's how it is. I've paid to play at shows before for sure, and that's I think promoters are just scumbags.
Yeah,
charging local artists.
I feel like that's rough, dude.
But you got to do it, I guess. If you
for sure. I mean, if you're hungry and you're trying to get after it, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So
shout out Studio B.
Studio B.
Just curious, how many people you think were there? I guess it was for Huey Mac, but
it was so actually the night of the show was like a Wednesday night, and there was a blizzard. That night.
God,
and
yeah.
So there wasn't that many people there. Maybe like 30, 40.
There's nothing like a blizzard downtown too, because the wind picks up in between the buildings and shit. Yeah. So when you're walking down there, it's like it's just 2 times colder than it actually is.
Yeah. So it was, not too many people, but it was all right.
For sure. So you still got some like extra merch just laying around, you said?
I do, yeah.
Shit, I might have to cop.
Yeah, man. Let me know. I got to check what sizes I got.
Yeah, website?
For sure.
Not for the merch yet, no. That the goal would be to add it to the Barely Everything website eventually and have that be a kind of a hub, but yeah, I'd just be doing that. I post them on Instagram once in a while, like
who wants these?
Yeah, I got some extras, so
for sure. I feel like even at some point too, it's like I'm just gonna start giving these out just because like I want to get rid of it, and like you said too, it's free advertisement. So
exactly, and you've made all your money back on them.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I made my money back, because way back in the day, we actually wanted to do like clothing like long time ago, like when we were freshly graduated out of high school. Didn't really go anywhere, but like we like got like some like hats, we got some like wristbands, and just give that shit out basically. I don't think we made a cent doing it, but it's also like when you're young and you don't got like because you need money to like make merch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
At that age,
it needs to be quality too. And
that age, like, all I want to do is get my paycheck and party. So
it's tough.
Yeah,
it still is.
Man. That's the entrepreneur life. Is you gotta give up a certain amount of thing. Like your paycheck from your day job is going to your hustle, and you're not. You don't have that money to spend like other people do on
the
clothes
10 hours
shoes.
I work a day goes right into the fucking podcast.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck.
I mean, all this equipment, like y'all got the
like that case,
stuff,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that case is fire, right?
The case is crazy.
The case was $300,
Jeez,
man.
But it's way better. Dude, like he was using like a backpack for all of it for a while.
Right.
So
and these things are pretty heavy.
And once you get 4 mics too, I mean, you need like fucking 3 backpacks for that at that point.
Yeah, we only had 2 mics at the time, and then I got a 3rd mic, and I was like, bro, this backpack's about to explode.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you're saying too, the base of these things, you could kill someone with this.
Yeah, these things are heavy.
Yeah, like, it's
hefty.
real deal. Yeah. Drawing a blank right now, boys. It's Sunday Scaries.
I thought you were
right
about
now.
to say something. I was like,
wasn't.
oh, this is a big one.
I thought I was
it's
going
about to be deep.
About to drop a bomb.
I didn't.
How far in are we right now?
119.
Not bad at all.
Yeah,
Want some pizza, bro?
solid.
Yeah, I might grab a
Go
slice.
for it. It's actually it's got cheese stuffed in the crust.
That's what that was?
Yeah, dude.
Nice, bro. That was pretty fire.
Bro, last night we got here and Tony's like, you got a pizza? And literally like 2 minutes before it was like done cooking, this kid just slumps. I'm like,
Dude,
okay.
It was like 5 in.
Yeah.
But I
it was
woke
pretty
up
late.
and ate some. I'll still eat that shit. That shit is fire.
There's still like half of another pizza in the fridge.
Put it in the oven a little bit. Warm it up.
How's it living back home with like the parents and shit like that? You can keep eating. You can do it in a second. Take your time.
You know, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
Dude, if you can save money though, dude, like fucking do it. Like I think part of the reason is so like I was locked down for a long time, like 5-year relationship, and when we broke up and I moved out of my apartment, I was like, oh, I'm fucking single now. I could move back in, but I don't really want to right now. Kind of want to like while out a little bit.
Party.
But I should just move back in with my fucking mom. I could be stacking bread right now.
Yeah, homeboy could have helped me pay for some of this shit.
Hey, man. I help when I can.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you.
I tend to give you something every paycheck.
It's great, like, especially because I know that I am gonna be in Japan for a month in January.
So you need money for that. Yeah.
And then in the new year, I want to try to get back over to Europe because I know that my girl will be there again too. So it's like, and I just have like things I want to do over there. So like for me to try to like nail down a lease while I'm here, like it just doesn't make sense.
Apartments are fucking expensive nowadays too. I mean, not all of them obviously, but dude, brand new apartment complexes just popping up everywhere. Because I think the house market's so shitty right now. So
Bro,
like, let's just pop up.
Have you gotten your fucking next year's payments? Like, are they bumping it up?
So our lease is like locked in. Like we're not going to be getting.
Right, but let's say if I were to come here.
Oh, I bet the prices right now are insane.
$200. You're going up $200.
That's
so like
crazy.
I know somebody who's paying for a 1-bedroom. It's like 500 square feet, and it's like walls aren't even all the way up to the ceiling, and it's $1,500 right now after like utilities, parking, all that stuff, and it's going up to $1,700 next year. And it's
who's gonna
like
afford that?
That's one person. That's a 1-bedroom for one person, and it's 500 like, square feet.
It's not like you're downtown Minneapolis. Like you're in Fridley. Like it's a good location, but it's like who's gonna pay that much? Like,
dude. So fuck corporate America, because like they're the reason why we're all like this, is because their whole thing is they need to see profit margins bigger than the last quarter. So the easiest way to do that isn't to get more customers. It's to raise the fucking prices of everything. And that goes for like, even when you go to Target, like down to the food we're buying, is like every company wants to see a bigger profit margin than the year before. Otherwise, they're not successful.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
We got screwed. Like, so like my job when I was in Carolina, I was in the food industry, and like we had starch and wheat shortages for like a year and a half. So like straight from the farm, prices were up like 10% for like all starch and wheat products, which is like everything. So like it started like from the food.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the manufacturer, to the distributor, to the stores, to the end consumer. So every single one of those stops is like another price increase. That's why food is like double the price it is now. It's stupid, like crazy.
Inflation isn't because of the people, it's because of the corporations.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like it kind of pisses me off, because they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a what do you call it, a 3% raise this year. Do you know how much fucking inflation was in January?
Right.
7, yeah.
It was 7%. So my 3% raise is now a minus 4%.
Yeah, you're just losing money.
And they're like, you're doing really good. Here's 25 cents. Like, thank you for all your hard work. Even though my fucking raise was a good 20 grand on my, what do you call that shit?
It's basically like you didn't even get a raise at that point.
Literally,
you know what I mean?
You got minus money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paying this much more for gas. I'm paying this much more for food. But like they're only allowed to give you so much, because if they give you this much, their company fucking profit margins are gonna get smaller and smaller, and that looks bad to the CEO who doesn't do a damn thing,
right?
When he's only looking at numbers, and numbers can't fucking portray all the information you need.
It's
numbers
true.
might not lie, but all the information is not there. I'm telling you, numbers are good, but you got to look at it from a real aspect sometimes.
I want to get in this too, because we can relate. Because I was like in a long distance relationship for a long time. How's that going?
Dude, yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's not fun, but like,
no,
it's
especially for me. It wasn't as bad for like your situation. My girlfriend just lived like 3 hours away. She's going to school, so I could just go up there like any weekend. But you got someone that lives across the fucking world. Like, holy shit!
It definitely is. It's tough. It's kind of like there are pros to it where like I like have the time to like sit and grind.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been single like for so long, and so I love, and I lived by myself. Like I just love like having my own schedule,
having your
and,
own
grinding and
downtime.
Yeah, my own downtime. So it's still like I can definitely keep myself busy just doing what the things I need to do and working, and so
some nights so I'm just like, shit, I'm just trying to like chill though with my girl. Fucking
it does suck.
Put on a movie or something.
Yeah.
But
let loose.
More power to you though, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I think that's tough. Relationships are hard.
For sure. But like you were saying,
especially in the creative areas.
Yeah, like I hated being a long distance, but also kind of liked it how you were saying how during the week I would just go to work and hang out with the dudes and whatever, and then come weekend I would go up to Dirty Fargo.
Helps you schedule out, where you're spending your time. And
yeah. It's also though just like when you're going to like events and shit like with like your group of friends, like damn, kind of like wish like my girl was here. You know what I mean? So, but
you gotta roll up dolo everywhere.
Yes, sir. That's right though. I'm loving being single right now. So yeah. I mean, it was a long time coming. So now I have like hella time to just focus on this and then like my day job.
It's got its perks.
100%.
Yeah.
Can only let myself down when I like make mistakes.
Honestly, that's kind of a big thing is like I don't want to be in a relationship because like I don't think I can provide the relationship aspect that a girl wants from me. So it's like I'm almost selfish, but like I'm not. It's like I'm being real, and
it's a good mindset.
It makes me feel like the way I think it might be a little odd, but like if I thought differently and like just forced myself into this relationship, how long until we're gonna fucking hate each other?
Right.
And
which isn't fair to anybody.
Right.
Or
so
like you resent her for like
nothing.
Now you don't have the time to like do the things you want to do, and you like in your head it's subconsciously like, oh, it's her fault.
It's killing me, like, and it's like you can't get mad at them for wanting to be with you, but you also need your own time. But it's hard to like communicate sometimes with people, and because some people have this idea of relationship that it's like you need to spend at least 5 days out of the week with me for me to feel like we're in a relationship. And for me, it's like I could spend a month at home without you and still feel like we're in that same relationship with nothing bad. But that's in my head, so they don't understand that like I think we're good. It's the fact that I need to focus on other things other than our relationship, and just because we're not together doesn't mean we're not together. And I think when you're not together, your fucking thoughts start going wild. You're like, this person hates me for this, or why? What did I do wrong? And I'm like, nothing, man. I'm at home chilling.
Bro, girls are professionals when it comes to overthinking.
Oh my God!
So am I, man. But like
to an extent,
but it's like for myself, I don't.
This is not a sexist. This is not a sexist podcast either. We're just speaking truth.
So true.
We love our women.
That's facts. I love women.
I'm also a mama's boy too. 100%. Shout out moms.
I heard hot moms.
Yeah, hot moms are cool.
Yeah.
Gang.
We're at 130 boys.
Hells yeah. Damn, we got all day of pods just lined up, which is awesome. But
we could, if you got anything you're trying to promote or shout out,
some ads.
Shout your ads.
Yeah, it's just at Barely Trev on everything.
And
YouTube,
Barely Everything.
And yeah, barelyeverything.com is a website that should be up soon. And then YouTube is just Barely Trev, and just be on the lookout for new music in the new year, videos. It's everything, man. Just running and gunning.
Hit the man up for his merch. He's trying to get rid of it. All right.
You're on all platforms: TikTok, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud.
Amazon Music.
My man.
Hells yeah.
Yo, I appreciate you guys having me on though. This is super fun.
Appreciate you coming over, man.
Excited to see you guys continue to just grow it and keep it going in the new year.
Dude, yeah, we'll have you come on whenever too. Also, if you have anyone in mind that would want to maybe come on, let us know.
Yeah.
Like we could get the fourth mic out and do a little group pod with somebody, with one of your boys.
That'd be super fun. Yeah. I would love to, man.
Yeah. So we'll be in touch about that for sure.
100%.
Get one of those lined up.
Yes, sir.
What? I think we're gonna end this here, boys.
One down
for tuning in
to go
to the Gotta Be Good pod.
Keep talking. Shout out Barely Trev.
Got to be good.
And I barely
Appreciate
made
coming.
it today, but still wearing the same clothes I was wearing 2 days ago.
It's
So
all
we
right.
out here grinding.
We-
Thank you.
Praise.
See ya. It's fire.